Hi, I'm Sunita Rodrigues. I love my kids, my husband, my job, and I love to cook. My mantra is to cook it simple, to cook it good, and to cook it with soul. I've trained as a chef at the Taj group of hotels and traveled to food festivals all over the globe. My tactics and tricks hold the secret to cooking up happy times. Join me on Meals on the Run with Sunita. Hi, I'm Sunita Rodrigues and welcome to Meals on the Run. Today I'm going to do some really quick and easy Asian food. Now I know that Asian food sounds really complicated with a whole gamut of flavors, but we're going to simplify it and go on with a great Asian menu that's yummy to eat, but oh, so easy to make. I'm going to show you some really stress-free recipes. I can smell the flavor of the lemongrass mixing with the prawns. When I said spicy, I wasn't kidding. It may sound complicated. It's really simple and fast. Believe me, at the end, it's truly worth it. And you can see the nice sticky dressing. Each and every vegetable there. There's a nice big portion of salad. Simply amazing. I have today to begin with a spicy prawn, chili and mushroom soup, followed by a nice chicken stir fry with rice and bok choy, and a crispy noodle salad. And now to make my prawn and mushroom chili soup, I have some nice prawns that I've just picked up. And I'm just going to very, very lightly season this. Leave it there for just a while. I'm going to just chop up my vegetables. I have some mushrooms here. Cut them up into nice slices. Mushrooms are a vegetable that are extremely versatile and are used in foods all over the world. You get all sorts of mushroom, some of them growing wild. Don't pick them out and eat them because some are poisonous. I need some chili and I'm going to put in 2 of these chilies inside. These are fresh red chilies, which are used very, very often in Asian food. Chop them up. You can just imagine how spicy it is. Well, it's not so spicy, so don't get alarmed. I need a little bit of fresh spring onion, and I'm going to use the whites and the greens of the spring onion. The whites for the beginning of my soup, and the green to give it a nice color towards the end. Now, if you have time to make a good prawn stock or a good fish stock, well, great for you. But if you don't and you're busy like me, then a stock cube will do just as well. So I'm going to put this on, put in just a little bit of oil, just very little bit, and then just put in a chili and the whites of the spring onion. Just toss it up just a little bit so the flavor of the chili comes out, and put in the mushrooms. I'm not going to wait for the mushrooms to saute here because they're going to cook just as well in the stock. So pour in a little water and crumble in a stock cube. Well, as you can see, this is a very, very simple, fresh, healthy soup. As that whole thing is boiling up together, I'm going to put in my prawns, just throw them inside, and I'm going to add a piece of lemongrass. Put your weight on it and bruise it to let all those oils come out and throw it in your pan. I can smell the flavor of the lemongrass mixing with the prawns as the prawns slowly cook. And as that's getting done, just a few sauces. I'm sure you all have soya sauce in your kitchens. So half a teaspoon of soya sauce and half a teaspoon of fish sauce. Fish sauce is another sauce which is used very widely in Asian food, but a lot of people get really scared to use it. The only thing you need to remember when you're using fish sauce is that it is extremely salty. So always season your dish after you add the sauce in. And I'll just taste it a little bit before I put in my salt. I was right, I don't need any salt. I need just a tad of vinegar, just a little bit, to bring out the flavor of that soup. Now the vegetables definitely don't take long to cook, so you got to wait till the prawns turn just a light coral pink before your soup's done. But before that, I'd like to put in some freshly shredded cabbage. Now this I add last because I like the crunchiness of the cabbage when I'm eating the soup. So in goes the cabbage. My soup is done. All that's left to do is for me to plate it. So I have one just here. Put in these yummy, plump prawns at the bottom and ladle some of that gorgeous soup on top. All that it needs is coriander and little lemon rind. Just give it a small stir and it's ready. Your prawn and chili soup with mushrooms. What a great way to start a meal. Now I can't wait any longer. I'm going to dig into this wonderful, great smelling soup, but I want to have some breadsticks with it. I know it's a little unconventional, a little Western, but I like it. Wow. When I said spicy, I wasn't kidding. The flavor of the prawns has leached out, mixed up with that of the lemongrass, the chili giving it one whopper of a kick. An amazing soup. My next dish is a quick meal, chicken stir fry with rice and bok choy. Put together, it may sound complicated, but it's really simple and fast, and it is one huge meal in itself. I need some boiled rice, so I already have a pan here with boiling water, and I'm going to quickly put my rice inside. Stir it up a little bit and put in some salt. So I'm going to leave that to boil for a while I get on with my chicken. I have here 2 nice, plump, firm chicken breasts. I'm going to cut it into strips. I want nice, big pieces of chicken in the stir fry. Put a little bit of salt on it and leave it to marinate chicken. Now I'm going to start with some spring onion. Spring onion is another vegetable that is very, very common in Asian food. It can be used in a stir fry, it can be used in a salad. It is extremely, extremely versatile. I'm going to put it here. I've kept a nice big plate for all my vegetables. The thing with Asian food, and specifically with stir fries, is that you need to keep all your vegetables ready before you begin. I have here a nice piece of bok choy. Now, bok choy is a kind of Chinese cabbage and more preferable to ordinary cabbage. It is extremely healthy. It is high in vitamin C. It's got almost 0 cholesterol. So I'm going to put my bok choy here. And as you can see, my rice is almost done. I don't want a rice that is totally cooked. I want it a little raw inside, slightly, because it's anyway going to overcook when I strain it out. And in goes my rice. Beautiful rice there. I want to add a little bit of color and also some nutritional value to this dish. So we're going to go with a nice purple aubergine. Well, I'm going to cut this into strips. It adds a lot more texture. You can put in whatever vegetables you like. Green lentils, you can mix it together and make a great stir fry. I'll keep my pan ready here. I have some nice, tender, baby corn here. I'm gonna chop up quickly. That's the corn. And I like the colors that I'm seeing on the plate here. I think I'll do with a little bit of red, not just because of the color, but I like the flavor that bell pepper brings. In it goes. And just a clove or two of garlic. Now, garlic is another very, very commonly used ingredient in Asian food. It's also used really widely in Indian food. And now that I have all my vegetables here in a plate, we need a little bit of vegetable oil. And now you've got to wait for the pan to get really hot before those vegetables come inside. I have all my vegetables here nicely cut up, ready to go into the pan. And as my oil gets really, really hot, in goes my garlic, my spring onions, my aubergines. I'm putting in the aubergines first because they take a little longer to cook than the rest of the vegetables. Believe me, at the end, it's truly worth it. And you can see the aubergine already browning up. I'm going to put in the chicken pieces now. Put in my vegetables and my bok choy. The thing with chicken is, and specifically chicken breast that I've used right now, it's extremely tender. So it cooks really, really fast. And I'd like to add just a little bit of spice there. Some chili flakes and a little bit of an exotic ingredient used very often in Asian food and also in a lot of North Indian food, some nice cashew nuts. And a quick fry. It's time to add in the rice. Well, I already have my rice boiled here, so I'm gonna quickly toss that in. About half a tablespoon of soya sauce and about a tablespoon and a half of fish sauce. And now you got to give it a toss there. Get all that mixed up together. Use a spoon if you think it's too much. I'm going to taste it just a little bit to see if the salt is required because the fish sauce is naturally salty. So, just a little more salt and a tad more of the fish sauce. One quick toss and we're done. I have my greens of the spring onions and my dish is ready. Now all that's left to do is to put it in a bowl and dig into it. So here goes. Some nice big pieces of chicken. I like the way this dish looks. I love the way this dish smells. I'm going to put in some of the spring onions to add to this already great bowl of color. And there you have it. Chicken stir fry with rice, bok choy, not to mention aubergine, crunchy baby corn, and the bell peppers there, all striking out from this dish. Well, I'm going to dig into this. You know, it's amazing how well a fish sauce would go with chicken, and the rice just makes it a total, complete meal. That's what I call a complete meal on the run. Well, what is an Asian meal without some sort of noodles? So I'm going to make a salad with a difference, a crispy noodle salad. I already have here a pan of water boiling for me to put my noodles in. Break them up slightly. Just give it a quick stir and leave it to boil with just a little bit of salt. Now those noodles are going to boil, and after some time I'm going to remove them and move on to frying them to make them really crispy. But before that, let me get my vegetables ready for a nice crisp salad. The good thing about this salad is that it not only has crispy noodles in it, but also crispy vegetables. I have here a nice cucumber, and I'm not going to remove the skin. I like the color, and also there are a lot of nutrients down there right below the skin. I'm going to cut it in half. Well, I'm removing the seeds from this cucumber because I want it in a nice semicircular form, and also these seeds are a little big. If you do happen to get local cucumbers which don't have seeds, then of course you can cut them up and put the entire cucumber in. And quickly toss it in a bowl. I can see my noodles here boiling, and I'm going to just separate them from each other. I've strained them here. I'll wait for a while for the water to come out. I really, really love this vegetable. You get the white radish, which is much longer and very strong in flavor, but this flavor is mild and sweet. It's pungent, but not as pungent as the white radish. Red radish is widely available all over the place. So you can see the color already building up in the bowl. I have a nice yellow bell pepper here, and put some nice slices of yellow bell pepper inside. It's not just about the way the salad tastes, it's also about the colors inside. So I've got cucumber, I've got red radish, I've got bell peppers, and I have some spring onion that I'm going to throw in. And before we get down to my next vegetable, I'm just going to put a pan of oil on the fire for my noodles. You can use any vegetable oil. I just have a few noodles, so I'm not going to fill up my pan with oil. And wait for that to get hot. I'm going to prepare my dressing. And with me, some nice, strongly flavored sesame oil. I'm going to put in about 3/4 of a teaspoon, a little bit of oil, a nice dollop of honey there. I have here some rice wine vinegar, maybe a teaspoon. If you don't have rice wine vinegar, then of course you can use your regular vinegar too. I'm going to put in just a little bit of Thai sweet chili sauce here, about 2 teaspoons. And you can see this has become a nice thick emulsion. The sweet chili sauce has a faint hint of the sesame oil now. So I'm going to just let that rest for a while. And it's now time to throw in my noodles. Move them a little bit. If they tend to bunch up together, don't worry, you can always break them later. And now for my last ingredient. I prefer to use red cabbage rather than ordinary cabbage. So in goes my red cabbage. And my noodles are getting crisper by the moment. As you can see, I'm going to take this nice thick emulsion of a dressing and pour it, and very, very quickly just give it a nice toss. Throw in some salt and leave it to steep there in that marination. Well, my noodles are ready. I have one big nest here, and break it up into smaller pieces. And I'm going to put this all together and watch how this dish comes alive. I have my salad. And you can see the nice sticky dressing, each and every vegetable there. This is a nice big portion of salad. And if you really feel like going light, you can have it as a meal, a vegetarian meal for lunch or for dinner, with the crispy noodles giving it that little extra touch. And in go the noodles. To finish it off, just a small pinch of toasted sesame seeds. So here it is, my crunchy noodle salad. Well, call me silly, but something about a nice, sticky, gooey dressing just makes me weak in the knees. So I'm gonna just quickly dig in the sweetness of that honey, mixing up with that strong flavor of the sesame, the toasted sesame seeds on top, the crunchiness of the vegetables, simply amazing. So as promised today, we made some great Asian food, really simple and really quick. We had prawn and mushroom chili soup, followed by chicken with stir-fried rice and bok choy. And of course, this lovely crunchy noodle salad. So join me next time for some more exciting and quick meals on the run.